All right, you guys, this is Raw Detroit. We're back at it again on today. Make sure you hit that subscription button. Do not miss an upload as we continue to talk about some of the hottest college prospects coming out. We've been talking about how the Detroit Lions can get better by getting premium talent in 2022. I brought another kid to you that I definitely think could be taken in the first round, and that's no other than Drake Jackson. Drake Jackson stands at about 6'4", between 250 pounds and 255, somewhere in there. Could be 260. But this kid is amazing, has a motor that does not stop. But before we get into Drake Jackson, we're just going to talk about, what makes a pass rusher great. I think it's a couple things that you have to, that goes hand in hand with each other. And that's number one, you must be relentless. Number two, you must go full throttle every single play from the snap to the whistle. So hear me again, guys, and I'm going to repeat that to you again. To be a great pass rusher in the NFL, you must be relentless. That means that you never stop coming and you don't take any plays off. Every day with you clock in to work and you bring your lunch pail with you because you're ready to go to work. Number two, you must go full throttle every single play from snap to the whistle. And when you're doing things like that, it's only going to make you one of the best pass rushers in the league. And I think that this kid is a guy that we could also take as a pass rusher. Like we said before, guys, it's so many pass rushers in this draft. Drake Jackson got that dog in him. This dude, every time I watch this film, man, he gave you kind of goosebumps, bro, because this dude is always having a knack to be around the ball. Now, this is what they're saying about him. And if this is true, Drake Jackson will definitely be taken in the first round. They're saying that Drake Jackson can run a 4.5. If this man is running a 4.5, all eyes is going to be on Drake Jackson, bro. All eyes is going to be on him because literally this guy's going to be chasing down quarterbacks and running backs. This dude is going to be a nightmare on defense, man. And two, you know what I'm saying? And when you think about it, guys, when it comes to being an NFL pass rusher, these are some of the traits and skill sets that you need to have. Number one, you need to be able to have speed. You need to be able to have power, and you need to be able to have agility. Those three things go hand in hand. If you want to be a great pass rusher in the NFL, you need to be able to have those three things. And that's what we're looking for. If we're the Detroit Lions, we can no longer have guys that's on our team that can't get out to the quarterback, can't smell I want a guy on my team that's smelling the breath of the quarterback on every single play. If I can find a guy like that, that's going to be crazy, bro. But I want my pass rusher to be able to smell the breath of the quarterback. Do you hear me, fellas? Do you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? That's the type of guy that I want to be effective. I want him to be able to get sacks. I want him to be able to pressure the quarterback. I want him to be able to get tackles for loss. I want him to be able to be feared on that defensive front. If the Lions get a great defensive front, the front seven, everything else in the back end of the defense is going to pan out. Because if you got a great front seven, your defense is going to be nasty. If you got guys that are hard to block, man, it's going to be nasty, man. So that's what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking for savages. I'm looking for werewolves. I'm looking for that silverback gorilla in the draft. And if you're the Detroit Lions, you must go in this thing. And those are the things that you need to be looking for. Looking for that guy that got that dog in him. Because ultimately, that's what you need in Detroit. We need guys that can, in 2022, will be a face on the defense of the Detroit Lions. So say, for instance, if the Lions was to draft Drake Jackson and Drake Jackson comes in balling, everybody's loving this kid like how we love Sue when Sue was in Detroit. This kid, Drake Jackson, coming to the league, getting 11, 12 sacks. Man, everybody's going to fall in love with this guy. And I'm just saying, I don't know what he's going to do once he gets in the NFL, but I'm just saying, guys, I'm just putting it out there. Like, what if he did that? It'll make you fall in love with that player because you'll be like, ultimately, we finally got a werewolf out there. We finally got our silverback and we got a dog on the team, and that's what we need. We need that guy that's never going to take any days off. We need that guy that's relentless. We need that guy that knows how to put power, speed, and agility all together in one. That's what we need. Because when you think about the pass rusher, you can find a way to stop speed. If you just got speed, that's all you have, and that's all in your arsenal, you can find a way to stop that. But if you got power and speed together, that's going to be hard to stop. So, you know, like, people can find a way to stop power. If you coming in just bull rushing or whatever, you know, it's great to have an arsenal or an array of moves to be able to get to the quarterback. And this kid has a deadly spin that is probably one of the best in the draft. Drake Jackson, every time I saw his tape, man, I saw the kid being able to get to the quarterback or the running back, man, or just having a knack to have a great spin move or a bull rush or whatever swim, any cuts or any swim techniques that he had to use. So I just think that this kid definitely would be a phenomenal pickup. If Drake Jackson runs at 4.5 at the combine, this dude is going to be taken in the first round. We need to get productive players, and we also need to get our guys that we can groom that can be something on the Detroit Lions defense. And like I said, guys, with being able to find a great pass rusher just ultimately means putting all of these things together: speed, power, and agility. But if he puts all of that together, this guy's not going to be stopped. That's what makes up, like, when you look at it, that's what makes a great pass rusher, edge defender, whether you're in a 4-3 defense or you're in a 3-4. And the thing that I think that the Lions would like about this kid, he's able to do both. He's just like Kayvon Thibodeau. He's able to put his hand in the dirt. He's also able to stand up. He also is able to play back in zone coverage. Didn't mention that, did I? But yeah, he can drop back in zone coverage too as well. So Drake Jackson is definitely one of those kids that I'm going to be looking at. And we're just going to talk about his body of work. You know, he played for 3 years of college football. So we're just going to talk about some of the things that he has accomplished. You know, in 2019, as a freshman, he had 46 tackles and he had 11.5 tackles for loss. He had 5.5 sacks. And then in 2020, which was his sophomore season, he had 20 tackles. I believe that might be COVID related reason why he only had 20 tackles that season, but because he didn't play that many games. And then he had 5.5 tackles for loss and 2 sacks and 1 interception. And then this current season that just passed, 2021, he had 37 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks and an interception as well. So Drake Jackson definitely is very versatile, and I think that that's what's going to have a lot of people looking at this kid. He's very versatile, being able to play that defensive end as well as being an outside linebacker. He can do both of them, hand in the dirt and also stand up. This dude is relentless. He doesn't stop coming, has great play speed, phenomenal change of direction. And it's reported, like I said before, guys, it's been reported that this dude can run a 4.5. I don't know how true this is. The combine is going to shake up some things. If Drake Jackson, as big as he is, 6'4", 255-pound man or 50-pound man, is running a 4.5, this dude is going in the first round. No doubt about it. Jackson can chase down quarterbacks and ball carriers when he's pursuing them. So this dude is nice, man. Jackson is a threat off the edge and in the interior. Possesses a decent array of moves, pass rush moves, has very long arms, and also has that killer spin move that I was telling you guys about. And he can drop back in zone coverage. This is the guy that the Lions definitely could snatch up. I know everybody has their eyes set on Aiden Hutchinson, Kayvon Thibodeau, and now a little bit of Jermaine Johnson because he has blown up in the Senior Bowl. But I tell you that there's a lot of, when I tell you this, guys, there's a lot of pass rushers coming out this season. So don't just get your claws dug into Kayvon Thibodeau or get your hands all wrapped around Aiden Hutchinson. Let's look at these other guys too as well. Because if this dude is running a 4.5, This dude is going in the first round. I'm not saying that the Lions have to take Drake Jackson, but all I'm saying to you is if this kid runs a 4.5 and he's able to do the stuff that he's doing on the field, using all the things that I told you at the beginning of the video, using that speed, that power and agility, having an array of different moves, spin moves, and being able to use his long arms, I'm telling you, man, skies is going to be the limit. And whoever get this kid, he can be a phenomenal talent for that team. And definitely, we already got a USC guy on our team, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I definitely wouldn't mind having Drake Jackson on this team. I would definitely consider drafting this guy, and I would most definitely put him on the big board. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe to Raw Detroit, and let's keep it raw.